Hey, what's up guys, Sam here. So some inventors are so passionate about their inventions, they're willing to take huge risks just to try and prove them. This has sometimes worked out well, but for a few unlucky people, it went horribly wrong. In this list, I'll be showing you 5 inventors who were killed by their own inventions. And as always, I'd like to give a big shout out to viewers Emily Gamelli and Lie Detector for suggesting this video. Number 5. Valerian Abakovsky. Valerian Abakovsky was a Soviet inventor who came up with the Aerowagon. The Aerowagon was actually not a bad idea for its time. It was a propeller-driven railcar, essentially a car on rail tracks that was propelled using a propeller. The intention was to provide a quick method of transport across the vast landmass of the Soviet Union. When it came time to test it, it worked pretty well, having successfully transported 22 people from Moscow to Tula. However, disaster struck on the way back. The Aerowagon derailed at high speed, killing 7 of the 22 on board, including its inventor, Abakovsky. The project was scrapped in 1921. However, Germany took the idea and built its own version called the Schienen Zeppelin. It didn't kill anyone, but it was also discontinued due to safety concerns. Number 4. Otto Lilienthal. Otto Lilienthal was a German pioneer in aviation. In fact, he was the first person to ever make numerous well-documented successful gliding flights. He was also the man that inspired the Wright brothers. Back in the late 1800s, flying was deemed as impossible. However, Otto managed to make over 30 different types of gliders and monoplanes and had over 2,000 successful glider flights. However, on the 9th of August 1896, it all went wrong. His glider went into a nosedive and he struggled to gain control. He hit the ground but was still alive, although severely injured. About 36 hours later, he died. His last words were said to be, "Opfer müssen gebracht werden," which translates to "sacrifices must be made." Number 3. Franz Reichelt. French tailor and inventor Franz Reichelt came up with his invention called the clothes parachute. The idea was simple. It's a parachute made from clothes. He requested to test his invention in Paris by jumping off the Eiffel Tower. The French police granted him permission, but they were under the impression he was going to use a dummy. Franz was so confident in his invention, he didn't use a dummy, but rather jumped off himself. The test was unsuccessful, and he fell to his death in 1912. Number 2. Thomas Andrews. Thomas Andrews was the man who designed the Titanic. He was on board during its voyage from Southampton to New York when it hit an iceberg and ultimately sunk. Andrews, however, did order the Titanic to have at least 46 lifeboats. However, only 20 were added. If they listened to his advice, many more people would have survived. During the final moments of the Titanic, it's reported that Andrews was helping people find life jackets and getting on the lifeboats. His final moments were said to be him sitting in the smoke room staring at a painting. He is remembered by many as a hero. Number 1. Wan Hu. Wan Hu was a Chinese local government official who was the first person to ever attempt to go to the moon. Back in the 16th century, it's said that he strapped 47 rockets to a chair and tried to blast himself into orbit. As you can imagine, it didn't go very well. It's unclear whether his story is true. However, it really isn't that much different to what we still do today. Essentially, we strap huge rockets onto a vessel and blast ourselves into outer space. We're just able to control it in a much more sophisticated manner thanks to modern technology. However, Wan Hu's efforts did earn him some recognition. A crater on the moon is named in his honor. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't know already, I have launched a second channel called More5. In this channel, I basically go over some of the most bizarre news I can find and also talk about some of the trending topics within the YouTube community too. If you'd like to check it out, then I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, feed your mind.